sake.
So that leads me to ask a question. If you were to describe yourself in pill form, like what type of a pill would you be to swallow for somebody? I got definite.
I'm a bitter pill to swallow.
Bitter and big.
Bitter.
Like I think a big horse pill, bitter horse pill with chalk on the outside. I'll ask you this, man. Let's just go off into, do you think that a man should take the lead in a relationship? Whatever that means to you.
I don't think the man... No, I do. I do think he should take the lead. Absolutely, I think he does. He should.
The reason I asked that, before you even answer that, the reason I asked that is because I saw a poll or a study where they asked a whole lot of feminists, people who want equality in relationships and who want all of this, that, and the other. They still held on to gender defining roles. Like they wanted the guy to pull out a chair. They wanted the guy to pay. They wanted the guy to initiate sex. They wanted the guy to initiate all of that. So I found that odd that feminists still want the gender stereotypes, because they were in the study, they were saying, I'm in a relationship and there's no equality. And it's because when I was dating him, I allowed him to be the lead and do all of this stuff. And they were shocked that what they did in the dating life carried over to marriage. Like that doesn't make sense to me. If I engage you,
and it does make sense because they want their cake and eat it too.
Right.
Like I want to be seen as an equal, but I want the privileges of being unequal. I want you to see me as special.
There you go.
I want you to see me as special, but still equal.
You're still special if you're. Look, I'm a big fan of like Red Sanford said, or Sanford and Son said, a male Chinese relationship. He was talking about male chauvinist, but he couldn't. He was struggling. But I'm a big fan of chauvinist overtures.
Okay.
And I'm kind of old school on that. Like laying my jacket down in puddles.
How dare you? Would you?
Some of these jackets in here, they ain't getting laid down.
They're
in no
not
puddles.
getting laid down.
But that I'm talking about that mentality in the sense that
theoretically,
for me, opening doors.
So you would point to the puddle. Theoretically, I would lay this down because that's the kind of guy I am.
I'm letting you know what kind of guy I am, but
physically,
you ain't gonna get that.
It's not.
Let's just walk around.
Just let you know we thought about it though. I had that thought.
Now you got it. But my thing is, I'm a big fan of opening doors. I'm a big fan of taking the lead and doing that.
But listen to this though.
I usually have to train him.
He's a fan of opening doors, but he will chastise you, bull whip you to make you walk slower so that he can get his slow ass to the door first.
So
that really?
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Really,
a woman shouldn't be running out in front of her man. For one, it's a protection thing. That's one. But two, look, I like to get my stroll on. I like to take my time, and you're not gonna be just zipping out. Nah, stay here. Look, if you enjoy my company, we just chat it up.
You gotta walk backwards for this guy to beat you to the door. Seriously, you gotta walk backwards.
I don't know if I appreciate your characterization of my stroll. First of all, I'm getting my stroll on.
No, it's more like a limp. It's a slow, broken walk.
Oh.
Speed it up, man.
So you remember earlier when I said it was a bitter, chalk-covered horse pill? You're getting a glimpse. Get your goggles out. Okay. You're getting a glimpse.
All right. I'm just saying, you walk mad slow, man. I'm trying to get to I'm hungry.
We don't have... Look, you going to get fed. Take your time. We not in no hurry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You can get your food.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So have you ever been in a relationship where you felt that the woman was a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more dominating that you would, for your taste? How did you address that? How do you address that?
there's difference between dominant and aggressive. So like, what do you mean?
Either
because
one.
I love, like, if a woman wants to initiate sex aggressively, sure, I don't mind that at all. I don't. Some guys do.
Okay.
I don't. I'm not in that camp. But I've never had a woman I've had women try and emasculate me.
Oh.
Right?
Really?
Yeah. Just because that's just the way that's just what they are.
Emasculating man eaters? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know what the man eater part is, but somebody that tries to, yeah, somebody that just tries to make you feel
less than a man.
Yeah. Or just, getting into this toxic masculinity and trying to make you seem like you're, less than a man or weak. Yeah. Talking to you any old kind of way in public and,
Oh, not in public.
Well, I mean, or in private, true. But in public, it is doubly a problem.
It is a problem.
It's one thing for you to say something off, out of pocket here at the house.
And then you can give her the act right.
Hey, look, a woman needs. Look, let me tell you something. A woman needs some act right. You need to get a tall glass. You always need to keep some in the cabinets. There needs to be some act right in the house, and she needs to. Yeah, you need to give that to her. But I think that, if you say something, out of pocket here at the house, that's one thing. I can still stay calm. I can still address you and address the problem because I understand you're lashing out or whatever. You do that out in public, especially out in front of my mans and them or friends, mixed company or whatever. I'm gonna pull you to the side, and there's gonna be some checking. I'm gonna get that check in. If it still continues, then we're gonna have a problem in front of people, and I don't prescribe to that. If I'm dating somebody, if I'm with somebody, it's the two of us against the world. That's how I kind of want to present myself. If we have any problems, we handle them in-house. Yeah. So that's the problem. That's the only problem that I would have with a strong woman is you can be all strong you want and I'll support you, but just don't try and emasculate me. Don't try and make me less than because you want to feel powerful. And I promise I won't do the same. That I will do the same, or you know what I mean? I won't do the same to you.
Pick your battles.
Yeah. I mean, that's not to say that you're not going to have a problem with somebody. You're definitely going to have a problem with them. Just don't come at me crazy in public.
I think bottom line is no matter what, when it comes to with any situation, with relationships, with even with societal differences and socioeconomic differences, I think there has to be a level of respect no matter what. No matter what, as long as it's a level of respect and that you're coming from of a position of care, and there's no ill malice or ill intent,
right?
Then I think everything can be resolved. But
respect is earned, and you have to continue to earn respect. And I think that that's the problem. I think that once guys get into a yes dear mentality, and they just say, let the woman just do what they do, and I'm just here, just let me go down to my man cave and play video games and all of that stuff, and you just let the woman do whatever you want. That's no good either.
So you're talking about the woman running amok,
or running the show. Don't
let the women run amok.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think that I'm a big fan of, and I know this is again trigger warning. I'm a big fan of men being head of the household, and that doesn't mean that you don't take counsel from your woman, because you absolutely should. But it is you are ultimately responsible for everybody in that house. And it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. If somebody kicks in the door, it's your job to aggress that threat. If the kids get out of line, it's your job to make sure that they are put back in line. Now, you can delegate that. You can go through, the wife, especially if she has experience with that. But it is your responsibility to make sure that that household runs the way that it should. That's how I see it.
Very interesting.
How so? Interesting how?
I mean, I think there's some men that are passive. Not all men are,
Right.
are aggressive. Some men are, or even assertive. I know.
Do you think that's aggressive though?
No, I mean that could be assertive. That could very
assertive.
well. But yes. I do know some men that are passive.
Yep.
And so then, in that sense, there's no hope for them. Then what do we do?
Well, I mean, I think there's hope. You can be passive. How you run your household is up to you, because you don't have to be dominant to take charge. Okay. So for more videos to find out about us and more Be That Way content, go ahead and hit the like button, hit subscribe. That really helps our channel. And go ahead and come back and see some more.
All right.